The house was simple, with a beaten earth floor and walls worn down by time, retaining the heat of the day. The small windows with foggy glass filtered the sunlight that entered, creating a cozy environment but still laden with the harshness of their life. The kitchen, the heart of the house, was filled with the smell of onions and garlic, mixed with the gentle aroma of the soup Marla was preparing. The pot, steaming and simple, reflected the mother's effort so that her daughter, after the scare and suffering in the well, could find strength to recover. Amara lay in one corner of the room, her feet elevated on an improvised pillow, trying to ease the pain in her weakened body. Her fever had subsided, but the deep exhaustion was still visible on her pale face. Marla, with hands calloused from hard work, stirred the soup carefully while watching her daughter, who, despite being frail, seemed eager to talk. "Mom," Amara said, her voice weak but full of curiosity. "Where did you come from? How did it all happen? You hardly ever talk about Grandma. What happened to her?" Marla paused for a moment. The wooden spoon hung in the air as she thought about the words to say. Silence filled the space, heavy, as if the entire house was waiting. The mother turned to Amara with a distant gaze, as if traveling to a time she wished to relive. She knew her daughter needed to understand, to know where all those hardships and battles had come from. "My daughter," Marla began with a sigh. "I came from a very faraway place, a place where life wasn't easy, but it was what we had. Grandma was a strong woman, but her life was full of pain and struggles that I may never be able to explain properly." Amara, with a curious and distant look, and with a gentleness only a daughter could have, asked for the second time, "Mom, how did you meet Dad? Who was Grandpa? You've never told me about it." Upon hearing the question, Marla stayed quiet for a moment. Her eyes, which once shone with youthful energy, now carried a silent weight, as if time had left deeper marks than words could describe. She sighed and, with a soft voice, as if reliving the past, began to tell her story. "Oh, my daughter, the story of your Grandma Sarah. I never wanted to talk much about this because there's so much longing, so much love, and a bit of pain too. Your grandma was a strong woman, full of wisdom. She lived in Galicia, in the north, near Valencia. Their life was different, simpler. I spent my days helping her. But the best part was her meetings with Duty, her lifelong friend who lived in Spain, in Thai. They met on weekends to light bonfires and share stories, dishes, and conversations. Each meeting was like a little celebration of joy." Marla smiled at the memory of Duty and her mother, but her face soon grew serious again. "Duty had a daughter, Maria. We were like sisters, always together, talking about everything. That's how I met Cicero Rodriguez, your father." Amara listened intently as Marla continued the story. "We were at the market buying fish and vegetables. Maria and I were walking when suddenly we met Cicero. He was a handsome, strong man with fair skin, brown hair, and blue eyes. I, on the other hand, have always been darker with silky, dark hair. We were very different, but he was interested in me. I was enchanted, but he didn't look at Maria the same way. He chose me, and that's how our romance began."